the big reunion, although they're not really having any reunions. It's the 2011 Decatur celebration. The idea was to have organized reunion areas where MacArthur, Eisenhower, Stephen Decatur.
I think that'll happen though. I think once people kind of
flash mob it.
Yeah, I think once people get hip to the idea that they can do that in the coming years, because I know all sorts of people that their reunions are always this weekend.
Yeah.
Family reunions, high school reunions.
It's celebration weekend. It's a big weekend for us. Big weekend for the whole town. It's right smack dab in the middle of it, and broadcasting the parade. And I'm corny that way. I still love a parade, and I think the Razzle Dazzle Good Times Parade is the best parade we have all year. Just a number of people in it, and the crowds, and it's generally. I think we had one year where it got rained out, but almost always it's a nice Saturday morning, and the crowds are 4 or 5 people deep, and the kids love it, and so it's one of my favorite things. I'm not a people person. I'm a crowd person.
Really?
Stop all of it. I don't mean people and I like. It's the line when Tommy Lee Jones tells Will Smith in Men in Black, individuals are smart, people are stupid. It's one of those things where I just don't like big crowds.
Okay.
Or I don't like being in the middle of a big crowd. So I stay away from the concert stages like Night Ranger or Tiffany or whatever it might be, where everybody's just you feel like you're just one wild swing away from a riot. You just and there's not enough cops. There can't be enough cops. I mean, you got every cop down here. That crowd turns on you. You're done. I mean, go to the carnival.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
But I find the other stages that are not nearly as crowded, where they're bands you've not heard of, are really good. And so I generally tend to look for those.
I'm looking forward to it.
How much time do you spend at the celebration?
I think last year I came down Friday night after it cooled off a little bit for a couple hours.
It was really hot last year.
Yeah, last year it was kind of, I waited until it was a little later. We came down for a couple hours, we ate, and we had our party here last Friday.
I saw the scars to prove it.
Yeah, so we were here on Friday, then I went downtown with my family, then we went out. Same thing Saturday, waited until it cooled off, came down. And then I think I came down on Sunday, too, to eat.
So 3 days.
That's, yeah.
Coach?
Probably 3 days.
3 days?
3 days.
Do you bring your wife or do you come down by yourself?
Both. She does not like the heat.
That's a topic for a whole other Byers and Co.
Look out for a
Are you old enough to drink?
Yes.
Okay.
I just look 14. I'm actually 22, I promise.
She's been legal a whole year and she's offended at my question.
I just cut up my fake ID last year.
Yeah. Well, it is a big deal. I hope people come down and support it. I'm looking forward to some of the acts. I don't know that I will go anywhere near Digital Underground to beat.
Oh, I will.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you just kind of feel like, though, and I know it's unfair to stereotype hip-hop, but if there's going to be someone acting a fool, it will be at that concert.
I don't know, that's old school hip-hop, though.
Yeah, but it's the closest thing you have. You'll have an older crowd, but I think you'll get a lot of young people because it's the only sort of hip-hop act at the celebration. So there's always two. You got the bad 70s sort of Rebel Flag, old rock band with a guy with emphysema on the stage. You always know the biker guy is going to start something there. Or the hip-hop concert. That's just where you always kind of go, I remember being worried at the Color Me Bad show. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. Oh, yeah, they did.
Did they sex you up?
Yeah. That was the only song I knew.
I want to sex you up.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
Do you remember how many hours they spent on those sideburns and beards
Oh,
back
my
then,
God.
right?
Oh, my favorite is Justin Timberlake and what's his name do those videos.
Oh.
Sandberg.
Oh, from Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
They did Color Me Bad the last time he...
And Mother...
Mother Lover.
Lover. Yes, I think that's the word.
Leap in a box.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, anyway, so come down, but be sensible. To the ladies that go 350, 400, wear a bra. Clean t-shirt, something without holes.
Yeah.
Don't bring your 7-Eleven big gulp gas station coffee mug full of booze. Buy the alcohol down
Put
here.
pants on your child.
Put pants on your child. And remember, always, stretch fabric when used properly is a wonderful thing. When abused, it's a sin for all of us. So, I don't know.
This is my biggest gripe for the celebration. When I'm down here and it's 10 o'clock at night and you're walking through the little beer area, pushing your kid in the stroller, smoking your cigarette with a beer in your hand, stay home.
Yeah.
That ticks me off.
Just put pants on them, that's
Yeah.
all.
There is a lot of
There's and that is my biggest pet peeve. Like when people are standing there with beer sloshing around, and your kids right here, like in a stroller.
That's why the kids are supposed to be down here
Still
during the
sucking
day.
on stuff.
Yeah.
Or if you come down for an early evening bite to eat.
Right.
They shouldn't be down here at 10 o'clock with
No.
mom having 8 stacked up beer cups and, 2 cigarettes
Yeah.
going. Lighting one with the other one she's throwing away.
I'm like on guard I'm just waiting for somebody to burn me with one of their cigarettes because that's when I'm gonna lose it. So you've got your kid down
So
here.
you're
in the
going to act
stroller.
a fool.
Oh, if somebody burns me with their cigarette, you will see Boomquisha come out.
Ample
Quickness.
earrings coming out.
Real quick, the neck will loosen up. I'll be like, excuse me? What was
You
that?
turned Puerto Rican there.
Love it, love it.
Well, it is a good weekend. The cops do a great job of keeping the cool, because most people do act okay. We used to be outside with like tents and would do prize giveaways, and I get so tired of people coming up going, "What are you giving away?" Advice. That look's not working for you at all.
Mirrors.
And it was just
said it once.
constantly, and it depressed me.
Yeah.
And I think we had the club celebration party for too long. We were sort of above it all. We were up on the top of this god awful garage we have now. Back then it was okay. And we had a VIP party where you had to have a pass. This guy used to pay for part of it. It was like, it was like bleeding, It was
You
like,
pay for something?
We used to go to a negotiation luncheon every year. It would be myself and Joel Flectar and Coach and maybe Julie. I don't remember
They'd
who
start
else.
up
And the-
here,
and the
and I'd
turn
start down
sleeves
here,
are
and
to
we'd
get
come
that-
around.
No, bull, I beat you. You blinked. Admit it. Maybe the only time in your life in negotiations, because I was not going to say a word. We sat at the booth at Tater's Restaurant. I remember it like it was yesterday. And Coach kept going, I don't know, 3,500 seems like a lot.
Then it went to $4,000.
And then I just sat there and I stared at him. And I was not going to say a word because I knew whoever spoke was going to lose the fight. And he blinked.
They promised you women, didn't they?
In the hot tub on the top
But we would
of
be
the
above it. And so you'd have like 700 people a night, but it was all the 700 people that were clients and friends.
sure.
And so it was like people dressed nice. And then by 10 o'clock, you'd go down and you'd have the cleanup crews, but you didn't see,
Right.
the people.
You weren't in it.
The first year we didn't do club celebration, I went out and I went, oh my God, when did all of these people get here? And it was sort of scary. And I don't get anywhere near that carnival corner, late at night.
No.
Yeah. Unless you're like a kid or,
You don't
have
even-
a kid.
don't even
There's-
park that
There's
way.
really no need to even go there. I mean, because it's...
We go to the carnival during the day, take
Yeah,
the little
like-
man down for the
yeah.
rides or whatever and the prizes, but yeah, at night,
And a corn dog that takes them an hour to eat.
There's some people that argue that that's why they have the carnival. That even though it is a revenue maker, that it's almost like a segregation line of like, you contain all the trouble and the teenagers in that one spot. They're not causing problems all over the celebration. And if you take away that carnival, then that crowd would just drift into your mainstream activities. I don't know if that's planned.
Like-
We've been there, done that on other occasions.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, that's the only place we went. We very rarely ventured out.
Yeah.
to the rest
That's
of
the way they
celebration.
like it.
Yeah.
they-
We might come out and get something to eat, but then that's where all your friends were, so
Right.
that's where you went.
It's good to give the teens something to do.
And there's only one way to clear that carnival out, by the way, at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Gunshots.
Gunshots.
And that will clear
That
it out.
it will
in a heartbeat.
empty.
Well, you got to know to get out of there before.
I
it's
talked to
over.
one law enforcement officer who said they could just have a recording of gunshots fired and just play it over the loudspeakers.
Oh,
Everybody
Celebration's
will be
over.
clear.
or
Time
you
to go
just
home.
get one person to start running through the
And
carnival,
scream gun.
and everybody will run with them. Just get that one person to run up and go,
Guns! Gun! All right. Most people will come down and have a very sensible weekend. Be amongst those. Drink and spend money and eat, but not, don't drink and drive. To all of the people you can help support by paying parking. It helps like the Boys and Girls Club and Boy Scouts and all this. A lot of people make a lot of money off this event. Charities and organizations and I hope the food vendors do well, the arts and crafts, all of that. But be sensible. Be well behaved. You don't want to be that three generations of family getting maced by the police when you got grandma and mom and the daughter all in handcuffs.
No.
And they got the plastic handcuffs on. You're thinking
Right.
lots of them for a big crowd. That's just so sad. And they all got cracks showing. They're weeping. They got the hose, cleaning their eyes out. No one wants to be remembered that way. So be sensible, have fun, and don't forget to listen to our coverage of the Razzle Dazzle Good Times Parade, brought to you by Team Soy and the folks at the IBEW. We'll go on the air live at 10 o'clock. So have a great celebration weekend. We'll see you Monday.